through some products that I recently picked up from Sephora. I have several Fenty items here, and it just kind of happened that way. I actually didn't plan that, but it just kind of happened. These are a metallic eye and lip crayon. This is in the shade Frost Honey, and you can use them as a lippy, you can use them on your eyes, and I do both, and I have a lot to say about them. This is a 3-piece set, and these retail for $39. So there's 3 different sets of shades. So like I said, this is in the shade Frost Honey. And then I picked up this. So everybody has been screaming about this, and I am so excited that I finally picked it up. This is the Diamond Balm All Over Diamond Veil. It's a highlighter. It's her newest highlighter. This retails for $38. Everybody's been screaming about it. The packaging is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, this thing is so pretty. It kind of has like a pink ice undertone. It's absolutely beautiful, but I definitely play around with this, give you guys my full opinion on it, and if it's worth the $38, if it's too glittery, because that was my question. I don't like glittery highlighters, so I was a little bit concerned, especially when I swatched it. I was like, oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. So I have a lot to say about this. And then I also bought this from Sephora. It's a Pro Pigment palette. This is in the warm matte. And I got this for $20 on Sephora's website. I think it was new. I'm not sure. I don't know, you guys, but I picked this palette up, I play around with it and let you guys know how the pigmentation is, if it's worth the $20, if it's not. I also picked this up from Sephora. This is the Enchanting Glow Palette. This is actually limited edition. It has a bronzer and a blush and 2 highlighter shades. And I paid $10 for it, but it's on sale for $8. It's new from Sephora. I think it's like one of their holiday palettes or whatever. Also got this from Fenty. This is one of her Match Stick Shimmer Skin Sticks. So these are $25, and I got it in the shade Starstruck. So let me show you guys what that looks like. This is my first time I've ever tried these matchsticks. I've heard so many people absolutely rave about them, and I know that they're magnetic, so they kind of stick together and kind of create like a honeycomb type thing, which is super fun. The final thing that I have here today is this cute little Snowball from Fenty. This is her limited edition, like holiday deal. It's a little snowball and it has 2 little matte lipsticks inside. This is what they look like. These are in the shade Griselda and Spanked. This is called the Chill Out Edition. This is $19 for 2 little lippies and a snowball. Yeah, I guess this is supposed to be like an ornament. I don't know, you guys. Okay. That's what we're playing with today. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's start playing with these products. I've heard mixed reviews about this, and I think these are a metallic eye, or you can use them as a lippy. It comes in this like cigarette looking box. Here are the shades down in the package. So this is what they look like. Those are the 3 shades that we are working with today. I am definitely gonna play around with these. I picked this up from Sephora, and I think this is a all matte palette. I bought this because I've been thinking about getting the big Pro palette. I want to try the shadows first before I spend the $60-some on the big palette. So this is what the shades look like. They're all just an all matte. It's a Pro Pigment Warm Matte palette. This was $10, and it is called the Enchanting Glow Palette. So it opens up like this. You have 2 shades of highlighters. Right here you have a blush and you have a bronzer. And this is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm. This is a all over diamond veil, like glitter. It's her highlighter. I was hesitant to buy this because I don't like glitter highlighters. It'll be interesting to see if I like this even though I don't like glitter highlighters. I need something on my face stat. Like I need some color to this face. I'm gonna go into this bronzer shade right here, and I'm just gonna pop this. Ooh, okay. It's pretty pigmented. Kind of contour those cheeks up, but that's a pretty shade. I don't mind that at all. It's pretty pigmented, so you know, I recommend going in light-handed because like I got a little bit carried away, and you can kind of see right here I have a chunk of it. But it kind of blends out pretty quick, but just kind of go in light-handed. Maybe go in and tap it. Maybe that would be the best way to apply this, but this is pretty pigmented and I don't mind this. I don't mind the shade of this either. And let's go into the blush shade right here. Now the bronzer is definitely more pigmented than the blush is. So you really got to kind of build the blush, but I do like the blush shade. You just really got to build it. And it has a pretty shimmer to it, so it's a pretty blush. The only thing that worries me about a blush like this is I don't think it's going to last very long because it's not very pigmented. Like the bronzer is definitely way more pigmented than the blush is. I am going to try to use this highlighter somewhere on the face because I have so many highlighter options. I'm going to go into this lighter shade right here. And I'm just going to pop this like right up here. That's a pretty shade of highlighter, actually. Let's put some right here. Okay, that's a pretty shade of a highlighter. I like that. I really do. That's pretty. That's pretty. For 10 bucks to get a blush, a bronzer, and 2 highlighter shades, this is pretty good. I'm gonna put the stick side on this side, and then maybe the gloss bomb. I think that's what it's, or the diamond bomb on this side. Let's just do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. Whoo, she is pigmented. Holy shiskies. Hold on. Let me try to blend this out. Those are pigmented and it's very pretty. I don't know that I love the shade. I probably should have gotten more of the champagne shade because this has got kind of more of the pinky undertone, but it is really pretty though. Let's go down into this one. So many people rave about it, but I'm nervous. Okay, hold on, let me look. Oh. So that goes on so much different than I thought it would. I was afraid it was going to be glittery because I'll be honest with you, when you swatch it, that's how it looks. Like when you swatch it, it kind of looks too glittery for me. But when you put it on with a brush, it is like magic. Oh, wow. I like it a lot. Now, I would say, I mean, maybe I'll have to look at the footage, but I feel like this one's a little bit more natural. This one's definitely a little bit more poppin'. But let's go in with the finger and see if that makes a difference. Like if it, oh yes, it does. Holy shitskis. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty highlighter. It is prettier than I thought it was going to be. It is. I'm very surprised by it. Now I do like the matchstick and I'm probably going to look and see if I can find like different shades because I do like it. I got this in my FabFitFun box and I wanted to use this on camera because I told you guys I would use it and see how I like it. This is from Thrive and this is their highlighter stick. You can use this on your brow bone, your eyelids, your waterline, and the corners of your eye. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my brow bone with it. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. Actually, I like that. I like that a lot. It just kind of cleans that line up, but it's not too shimmery. So if you're looking for something like more on the shimmery side, this is more on the natural side. I like that though. That's pretty. My brows look terrible today, so anything to help them. I'm just having a bad brow day and I gave up. I don't really give a shit, to be honest, because I'm tired of messing with it. Let's put a little bit of this in the corner of the eyes, kind of brighten things up. It's nice and creamy. It's creamy enough to kind of blend out, but it's not too creamy where it lifts up your concealer or anything like that. You like something a little bit more softer, but still like a brightening effect, this is nice. If you like something that's a little bit more highlighted, a little bit more shimmery, I don't know that you would love that. This is my Sonia G Pro Eye Set. So I'm gonna take the Blender Pro brush. I'm gonna go into the second shade in the palette, this one right here. I've never used Sephora's eyeshadows before, ever. Wow, and that is pigmented. Pretty impressive pigmentation. And I didn't expect it to be that dark. It doesn't look that dark in the pan, but it's pretty dark going on. I'm gonna take my Builder Pro. I'm gonna go into that shade and pack it here on this outer corner and then kind of sweeping it into the crease. Now I'm gonna go in to this first shade in the palette. It's a really pretty like saddle brown shade. I'm gonna pack that shade right here on this outer corner and again using that sweeping motion and kind of sweeping it into the crease. Now, I've actually made a mistake and I've went too far down, but we can clean that up. I wasn't planning on getting that shadow right there, but I got a little bit too carried away. Wow, these shadows are not bad. Kind of impressive. All right, I'm gonna switch to the Crease Pro, and without anything on the brush, I'm just gonna kind of blend and work those shades together. So I'm gonna go down into the pan and then mix between those two. Really tap off the extra. I'm gonna build this part right here up and try to get some definition right here. This is a pretty eye look. This is just an easy eye look. Like, you know, I wouldn't say that it's like anything spectacular or different, but it's a very easy and just kind of beautiful. Now I'm gonna grab the Pencil Pro brush. This is what this brush looks like. And I'm gonna go into that second shade in the palette. That was the one that we used in the crease, like for the transition. And I'm gonna sweep this along the lower lash line. I love that Pencil Pro brush. Oh, it just smokes out the lash line so good. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the first shade and kind of work that into it. Now I am gonna take a tiny bit of concealer on the back of my hand. I don't know, like I probably need to because I screwed up and I put too much of that shade on my crease. I wasn't planning on doing a cut crease, but I am just going to kind of give me more of a blank canvas with those crayon sticks. I don't know if I need to do this, but I don't know. Maybe I'm making a mistake. I don't know. Makeup is trial and error, you know? I don't know how this will look over concealer though. So I am gonna take a sponge and just kind of go in and pick up any of the extra product kind of sitting on top. That's what Sunfrost looks like. I kind of want to use that with this one. I like the coppery one. Is it called Pretty Penny? I think the coppery one is really pretty, but I kind of want to use this shade. I mean, I think it would match my shirt, and I kind of think it would match the eyeshadows a little bit better. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't know. Do you just draw these on? I don't know. I'm just going to do it. We're going to just go in. Why isn't it coming? Is it because I put that concealer on? This is not showing up. I can't get it to show up. It's so pigmented when you swatch it, but when you try to put it on the eye, maybe I'm going to have to warm it up. Like maybe I need to, you know, rub it on the hand and like really get it warm and then go in. Oh yeah, that makes a bigger difference. Yeah. So if you want these to show up, then warm them up on your hand before going in. I feel like these could be much easier to use than they are. I haven't watched any reviews on these, so I don't know what everybody else is saying about them. I just thought they looked interesting. It's not as shimmery as I was hoping it would be. It's pretty, but it's not as shimmery. Okay, let's go back in with the Crease Pro, and I'm gonna go back into that first dark shade, and I'm gonna kind of blend this into this shimmery shade. Kind of blend those two together. I just was hoping it would be a little bit more intense. I don't know why it's not as intense. Let's try it one more time. So I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand. So I'm just sitting here doing this, okay? So let's just sit here and warm it up. Definitely warming it up makes the difference. Don't go in with this being kind of cold. It won't work. You won't get any pigment from it. I can promise you that. Okay. It's pretty, you guys, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. All right, for the inner corner, maybe I'll go in with the highlighter from the Sephora palette. So maybe I'll grab this shade right there. The highlighter's really pretty. I went ahead and did this eye, threw some lashes on. Now, I will say, I feel like the liquid, like the cream, what are these called? I don't even know. The cream, eyeshadow, whatever. I do kind of feel like they work better without putting that concealer on. So on this eye, I didn't mess up with the matte shade and I didn't have to put concealer on. And I feel like it looks better because right here, if you guys can see, it's separating. Let me get a little pointer. So like right in this area, as you guys can see, it's kind of separating, but on this eye, it's not doing that. These are not something that you can do a cut crease with, just FYI. However, I am glad that I made the boo-boo and had to use concealer so that I could show you guys that it doesn't work as good with concealer underneath it. Okay, moving right along. So I have these two lippies from Fenty, and it came in this like cute little like snowball thing. These are plush matte lipstick duos, and I have it, oh my gosh, this writing is so small, you guys. Holy crap. So one shade is in Griselda, and the other one is in Spanked. So this is Spanked, and this is Griselda, just so that you guys can see what those shades look like. I'm going to put them both on. Let's go ahead and put this dark one on first. Ooh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. See how it's like different colors? I mean, maybe if you rub it in with your finger, it's a little bit better if you rub it in with your finger. But when you first put it on, oof, it's kind of... Now that I've rubbed it in, I like it. But when I first put it on, I was like, oh my gosh, no, because it was just too... It was sticking and kind of, yeah, it just wasn't working as good. Let's go ahead and take this off gently. Now, let's go in with this one, which is called Spanked. Again, go in with your finger. Kind of work that out. It's a little bit too pink toned for this eyeshadow look, because this is more of like a sienna type, coppery, you know, whatever. But I think I have a lippy that will be really pretty with this. I'm just going to take the lip liner from KKW Beauty, the Nude number 2. I do think that this one from Jouer, this is their High Pigment Pro Lip Gloss. This is one of my favorite lip gloss of all time. I have it in the shade Seychelles, and I also have it in the shade Maui. My gosh, these are so pretty. So I really think that Seychelles would be absolutely beautiful with this look, because it does kind of have like a coppery undertone. However, I want to see what this would look like using it as a lippy, because it's supposed to be used for eyeshadow or a lippy. So I'm going to take the one that I used on my eyes, and I'm just going to apply it like I would a lip. The only thing is, these are a little dry, so they're kind of hard to wear as a lippy. I like how it matches the, you know, eye look. I love that, but I don't know, you guys. I'm not feeling this. I'm just not. It just feels too dry on my lips. I'm going to go ahead and put the lip liner back on, and then I'm going to go in with this High Pigment Pearl Lip Gloss in the shade Seychelles from Jouer. And this is much more hydrating, much more creamier on the lips. Just, it's so pretty, you guys. It's so pretty. They are my favorite. They have been one of my favorites since they came out. So I'm just going to show you really fast the swatches. Okay, so this one's Seychelles and this one is Maui. They are wonderful, wonderful. And they kind of have like a vanilla-y taste. I love these so much. So much. Okay. Let's go through and give you guys my final thoughts on these, because I got lots to say. Let's start with this from Sephora. I paid $10 for this, and it is 100% worth it. I love this little cute face palette. It is 100% worth $10. In fact, I mean, this is like drugstore pricing, and I really like it. I like the bronzer. The blush was not as pigmented as I'd hoped. I did go in with a little bit of my own blush. I had to, because you guys, blush wears off on me so fast, and I love blush. I'm a blush nut, and I need all the blush I can get. So I did go in with a different blush, but for those of you guys that just like a light flush of color, oh, perfect. Now, I think both of these highlighters are pretty. I think this one is a little bit more for maybe like a deeper skin tone. It kind of has like a tan shade, but the highlighter up top, you know, is probably for like a light, medium, or even a darker skin tone could wear it. But I like this palette, and I definitely 100% believe that it is worth $10 all day long. Let's talk about this Pro Matte palette. This was $20 for 6 shades. Now, I think the pigmentation is amazing, and I'm really impressed with the Sephora eyeshadow quality. For this being kind of one of my first times trying like an actual Sephora palette, I'm really impressed with the way they perform. I'm impressed with the pigmentation. So this gets an A+ for me. I didn't think I was gonna like this highlighter. I did not think I would like it. All day long, I was like, there's no way that is going to be something that I'm gonna like, but I'm gonna give it a try, see if I like it, and I actually really like it. I like it way more than I thought, and I'm very impressed with this, and I can see why everybody's raving about it. It has 4.6 out of 5 stars, and that is out of over 500 reviews. So 91% of those 500 people gave this a 5-star. So there's a reason this is a nice highlighter. Now, like I said, I'm not into the glitter, but oh my gosh, this is like very beautiful. Now, I wouldn't call it glass. Like I've heard people say it's glass on the skin. Maybe it is over another highlighter, but alone, I don't feel like it's glass, but I feel like it's very beautiful and very natural, but very pretty. So this gets an A+ from me as well. The matchstick, I actually really like these. I'm gonna start, buying more of these. I like these. I actually think you get more of that pop and highlight from this than I did this, but I really like this. I think this is pretty, and I'm gonna start, I've been wanting to buy the matte one for like contour and see if I like the formula of it, so that will probably be the next one that I pick up, but I like this. This also stamp of approval. Let's talk about these. I'm not a fan of these, and I kind of feel like these are a little bit gimmicky, in my opinion. If you want something like this, just buy the Stella Glitters and Glows. Or, I am loving this one from Wonder Beauty. This is a liquid eyeshadow. These are amazing, and I know that they're probably more expensive because you don't get like 3 in one package, but I feel like you're going to get better. Like, this is a liquid eyeshadow from Wonder Beauty. This is in the shade Champagne. And this just blends so beautifully, and I never have a problem with it. And it kind of has the same type of formula where it's kind of thin and you blend it out and it's very beautiful, but it's not chunky. It doesn't budge all day. It doesn't lift like this one is. Even if I put it straight over concealer, it wouldn't lift. So I don't really like these. These are a pass for me. That's just my opinion on them. I would pass on these. I just would. I don't know how everybody else is feeling about them. Kind of enter at your own risk. If they're really something that you're interested in, you can try it, see if you like it. You can always take it back, but I'm not a fan of them. Let's talk about this. This is the little, Snowball with these two in here. I paid $19 for these, and it's not worth it. Not worth it. Not at all. The shades are not, it's just not worth it. I'm sorry, it's not. I think this is just a little bit too gimmicky. I mean, it's kind of cute maybe to throw it in like a stocking stuffer for a gift or something. And these are fine, for travel. I personally love these so much more. I love these, you guys. I love these so much more. They're very liquidy. These are her Stunna lip paints. These last for hours. They blend gorgeous on the lips. These are probably, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this is probably one of my favorite matte lip formula that I have in my entire collection. They blend gorgeous on the lip. They last for several hours. A little bit goes a really long way. So when you get it, and I know that they're expensive, but I'm going to tell you what, this will last you for a really, really long time. Because when you get it, I recommend like really take it off as much as you can from the actual applicator and then go in, because you only need a little bit. It's so pigmented that it's with one swipe. So this is in the shade Unbutton, and I've talked about these several times. These are just unbelievably pigmented. They dry beautifully and they last, oh my gosh, they last for so long. Then this is in the shade Uncuffed, and I use these all the time. I wear them all the time. I would personally rather pick these up. These are fantastic formula, fantastic pigmentation, and I still, in my opinion, I think they beat Jeffree Star's Lower Liquid Lipsticks. In my opinion, these are more pigmented and last longer, and they're not as drying. Now, his are not as dry. His are not drying on the lips, but these are even more hydrating. So, if you were wanting to pick up something from Fenty, I would pass on these matte lipsticks, and I would grab these. all day. These are amazing. That is what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of fun video of me going through some things that I've been picking up from Sephora in the last couple weeks. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again for all the love that you guys show me in my channel. It means the world to me, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day filled with love, happiness, and joy. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I love you so much. Bye!